Kid Thunder VG Reviews. This game actually starts you off with a very excellent intro screen, and not to mention a rockin' soundtrack. I mean, this game also has features all of the robot masters, or you could say like robot fighters that you will find in this game. I mean, they're not actually look like robots, but with a name like Power Quest for the Game Boy Color, well, we're gonna say that this game has to be very good. But with honesty, this game right here has been considered criminally underrated. So right now we're choosing our power model, or you know, our player character and stuff like that. I mean, with the player characters, they're actually the same. I mean, they actually are all robot fighters and stuff like that, and they all have their particular abilities and stuff like that. I'm going to have to choose X because, I mean, not only he's the most effective character in the game, he's actually my favorite character in the game as well. So right now, we're actually starting the game right now, and the controls in the game are, the controls in the gameplay are simple. You basically have your two attack buttons, which are the A and B button on the actual Game Boy. I remember actually playing this game on my Game Boy Advance back when I was in high school and stuff like that. But not to mention, I mean, you can also do super moves as well. Say like for an example. My next impression of the game is the graphics. The graphics kick ass. I mean, one of the best I've ever seen in the entire Game Boy library. And I'm talking about the Game Boy Color, not, I mean, back from before Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. But I have to admit it, these are some kick-ass graphics, and the developers pulled it off very good. Also in the game, you can also, you know, they actually have a story mode right here. Take a look right here for an example. They actually tell you the actual introduction of this particular game that tells you that robot fighting is actually the craze among kids around the neighborhood and stuff like that. And basically, the more you fight, I mean, the more you you know, train your robot and stuff like that, it actually your robot actually gain powers and stuff like that. Not to mention, you have your best friend by the name of Lewis and stuff like that. I mean, they all of a sudden they're actually on summer vacation, going to a robot fighting tournament and stuff like that. You know what? Screw the rest of this part right here. I have to edit it out. So right now we actually at the shop right here. I mean, because you actually got a coupon voucher to choose your robots and stuff like that. And basically the clerk asks you which robot you actually want and stuff like that. And the description of every robot, it tells you on the bottom of the screen right here as well. And like I said before, I'm actually going to have to choose the X model because he's my favorite. Also in the game and stuff like that, like as you advance into the game and stuff like that, you have to actually they give you a password, so you actually have to write the password down and stuff like that. So here we are walking around Power Town. You can actually go to vast places and stuff like that. I mean, leveling up your robot and collecting points. And once you enter into a certain door, a certain facility and stuff like that, you get to confront a particular contender who wants to fight you, and then all of a sudden there you go, you're into the fight and stuff like that in order to gain points. And I'm just gonna have to take it from here. Sometimes they can be challenging, sometimes they can be easy. It all depends. But this is the way. You have to fight certain amount of people in order to enter into a particular tournament. In other words, I mean, be on the lookout and prepare to defend yourself. So right now, I'm showing you the mad scientist. He actually comes later in the game, right after you beat the mad hyena gang and stuff like that. And when it comes to confronting him and stuff like that, be prepared to defend yourself, because he is a bitch to beat. I swear to God, I am not going to lie to you. And basically, if you lose against him and stuff like that, every time you fight him, he will take your money and stuff like that. I mean, because when it comes to fighting him, it's kind of a gamble to some degree. I mean, kind of like fighting for money or whatever that crap it is. But like I said, I mean, be warned and and just know what you're doing, because he don't screw around. I swear it. Alright, in conclusion, Power Quest for the Game Boy Color is a game you might want to try, you might want to buy. It kicks a lot of ass, basically, and it's basically one of the best Game Boy games I've ever had the pleasure of playing in my entire life, to be honest with you. Sadly enough, this game did not catch on due to the fact because Pokemon was so over every single thing of the time and stuff like that. And yes, I do believe that Pokemon back then was so overrated. I don't know if Pokemon is overrated as of right now. But at any rate, and to conclude this particular review, Power Quest for the Game Boy Color, it has done a very outstanding job, and it kicks ass. Buy it, and you won't be disappointed by this. This is a great game.